Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the ScizorCraft channel. And today I'm not just going to be reviewing a texture pack, but releasing it. That's right, guys. I made my first ever texture pack for Minecraft PvP, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing and releasing this pack for you guys. Alrighty, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. This is pretty cool, guys. The texture pack that I made is called ScizorFault, and I've always really wanted to make texture packs because I thought it would be something that I would be pretty good at, and I don't know, it's just that since I've been doing so many texture pack reviews, and since I recently hit 50 subscribers, I decided, now is as good a time as any to start making texture packs. So, this is my first ever texture pack. I will say, and it's called ScizorFault. But before we get into it, guys, I want to make sure to explain that this is not completely my texture pack, okay? This is an edit of a popular PvP texture pack called Amethyst 16x. The only textures that I actually made originally are the swords and all the swords and the diamond armor. Other than that, guys, I do not claim ownership for anything in this texture pack. And yeah, I know this is called ScizorFault, so you're probably like, well, what is it? If it's fault, shouldn't that be a default edit and not an edit of Amethyst 16x? Well, this isn't an edit of regular Amethyst 16x. It's actually an edit of the Default Recolor of Amethyst 16x. So it is, in a way, sort of a default edit texture pack. And a lot of the textures in here are pretty similar to the ones in the default texture pack in terms of colors, as well as just general texture, which is why I feel like it's appropriate to call this ScizorFault. Although also I couldn't really think of a name, and that just seemed pretty easy. So if you guys can already tell, I'm pretty excited about this. While this is an edit of Amethyst 16x, which is not my texture pack, it definitely has some unique qualities to it. So this diamond armor, as you can probably already tell, it looks like my skin. Now you're probably thinking, oh, that's lame, you just copy pasted it. But as far as I know, no one's ever tried putting a skin as your armor before, and it's not just copy and paste. The way that three-dimensional textures are created in Minecraft, whether that be in a texture pack or in a skin file, is basically mapped out onto a two-dimensional image. So all of the faces of the object would be right next to each other on the image, in some sort of a pattern that the game can recognize. And texture packs and skins both have different formulas for mapping out these actual textures. So the actual faces are in different spots, meaning that if I just copy and paste the skin texture, it's not going to turn into normal armor, which I figured out the hard way. Basically, it took me a couple hours to figure out where all the actual textures went, and what I ended up with looked something like this. I'll put a screenshot of the actual full diamond armor on screen now. So that's the diamond armor, guys, and the swords, as you can probably tell, are short, and they have a very fancy handle on them. So these I made completely custom by myself. These are not an edit of any other texture. I made these all by myself, and I'm pretty proud of them. Basically what I did was I created a pretty standard black hilt, and then I made it so that it has, it basically, on the edges of the hilt here, you can see it, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it's a really fancy hilt, and I really like that about the texture pack, but I also combined that fancy hilt with a really short sword to make a very unique texture all in all. You'd probably also notice that there's stuff, like shiny stuff, like on the side of the actual hilt that's a little bit see-through. It's not completely, it's not like part of the actual item, and that's actually, well, sort of a mistake. Basically, that's a result of how I'm editing the texture pack using the program paint.net. It uses kind of a paintbrush effect where it puts some it puts like a lighter version of the color on the outside of whatever pixel you're coloring, so it kind of creates this aura of around the texture pack. I did figure out how to get rid of that, but I think it looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like an energy field existing around the edges of the sword. So I thought it made for a cool, unique texture. As for the actual colors of this pack, as you probably noticed, my skin is red. So I made, so to go along with the diamond armor, I also made the diamond swords red, which hopefully I'll see one in a second here to show you guys. But it creates sort of a dark look, not exactly what you'd be going for in a texture pack with Fault on the end of the name, but it's pretty cool nonetheless, and it contrasts with all of the more default colored textures that come with the default recolor of Amethyst 16X. And other than that, guys, none of the rest of the stuff is mine. It's just the Amethyst 16X textures. I'm not really going to go over those since I didn't make them. But there was a reason for me choosing to use Amethyst 16X as the base for this texture pack. And, well, multiple reasons, really. So, one of them, obviously, is that this is just one of my favorite texture packs ever. I really love the entire texture pack. That's really the main reason. But it's also made by my favorite texture pack creator, Lucy, for my favorite, or at least one of my favorite YouTubers, Intel Edits. So it pretty much one of my favorite texture packs, if not like my very favorite ever. But also, I think it just makes it's really good for a base pack. And I think it makes a good base pack for multiple reasons. One of them is that really all the textures are changed. None of them are really defaults, which means that it just means that no matter really what's in the pack, the rest of the textures are gonna look pretty good. Just because they're not just gonna be ugly default, which most people would know I don't like the default texture pack very much. But also, I like that the textures are pretty close to default, and what I mean by that is that most of the textures are actually pretty close to the default texture pack. If not, well, yeah, most of the textures are pretty close to the default texture pack, which means that they go well with pretty much any other texture. There aren't a lot of super crazy revolutionary textures in here, and that's what makes it really good as a base pack. The third reason for me wanting to use this as a base pack was that Lucy is known for making a lot of recolors for her pack, and this pack is no different. It has a lot of recolors, which makes it really good for base packs because I can choose whichever one I want to go well with the theme that I'm going to be using for the texture pack. And I don't know, it just works really well. It allows me to create ScizorFault rather than just Scissor texture pack. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Without further ado, guys, I'd better explain to you guys how you can actually get this texture pack. It's fairly simple. I don't know how to use Mediafire, which is what I think most people use to share their texture packs. So I actually just put this on Google Drive. Basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click the link in the description, and if all goes well, it should lead you to the actual Google Drive page. Then you're going to want to click download wherever that is, and you'll download it like a normal texture pack. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this texture pack is good for you guys, even though it's not really mine. But if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below what kind of texture pack I should make next. In fact, if you ask me, I will make a texture pack just for you, along with a montage to your favorite song, which I'm going to be doing for my brother, best friend, and probably some other people as well in the near future. Alrighty, with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. ScizorCraft out.